show that the general term of this sequence is Tn is equals to n squared minus 8n plus 21. So what do we have? We have the terms 14, 9, 6, and 5. We're supposed to find Tn. Sticking to the basics, we find the difference between the first two terms, which is 9 minus 14, that is minus 5. And then 6 minus 9, minus 3. 5 minus 6, minus 1. And the difference here is 2. Here as well, the difference is 2. So 2a is equals to the second common difference, which is equals to 2 in this case. So a is equals to 1. If you like this video, you will definitely love my course. Go ahead and click the link on my bio and you will land on this page. You will not only find the past exam questions, but introduction videos where I break down complex concepts into small pieces that are easy to digest. It is very important in grade 12 to stay ahead of your teacher, and this is what this course is for. It's very easy to navigate through the course as videos are arranged into collections. You can clearly see that we have electrostatics, work energy and power, Doppler effect, so on and so on. Do you maybe need help with study tips and creating your own timetable? We can talk about that inside the course and I can help you out. It doesn't even take a minute to join. Can't wait to hear from you. 3a plus b is equals to the difference between the first two terms, which is minus 5. So 3 multiplied by 1 plus b is equals to minus 5. So b is equals to minus 8. So a is 1, b is minus 8. Let's take a look at a, b, c, and see what that is equals to. It is equals to the first term, obviously. A is 1, b is minus 8, plus c is equals to 14. So minus 7 plus c is equals to 14. C is equals to 21. So clearly we've showed that Tn is equals to n squared minus 8n plus 21. There we go. 3.2. Two consecutive terms of the quadratic sequence have a difference of 33. Calculate the value of the larger term. Okay, so let's see. So we have two terms and the difference is 33. So Tn minus 1 is equals to 33. The difference between some two terms. So Tn is n squared minus 8n plus 21 minus Tn minus 1. So that is going to be n minus 1 squared minus 8 n minus 1 plus 21. This is equals to 33. N squared minus 8n plus 21 minus the square root of n squared minus 2n plus 1 minus 8n plus 8 plus 21. Okay, so n squared, oh, this is all equals to 33 by the way. So n squared minus 8n plus 21 minus, okay, and then we have n squared, so minus 2n minus 8n, that is minus 10n, and then plus 1 plus 8, that is 9, plus 21, that is 30, so plus 30 is equals to 33. So n squared and n squared will fall apart. Yeah, n squared minus n squared, that is going to give us 0. And then minus 8n plus 10n will give us 2n. And then 21 minus 30 is minus 9. So 21 minus 9 is equals to 33. 2n is equals to 42. N is equals to, so let me see, 42 divided by 2 is 21. So N is equals to 21. So, okay. Two consecutive terms of the quadratic sequence that have a difference of 33. So we have T21 minus T20. So calculate the value of the larger term. Okay, let's just find T20 and find T21 and see which term is larger. So T20 is 20 squared minus 8 multiplied by 20 plus 21. This is 261. And then T21, supposed to substitute 21 now. Okay, so let me do that and see. I get 294. Yeah, so 294 is the answer that we are looking for. That is not the correct answer. Yeah, we're looking for T21, not T20. So there we go with T21, which is 294. 3.3, calculate the value of M. The value of M is added to each term in the quadratic sequence. Determine the values of M for which only the terms between T1 and T7 of the quadratic sequence will be negative. So let's see, we have 14, 9, 6, 5. Which term comes after that? What is T5? So 5 squared minus 8 multiplied by 5 plus 21 is 6. Let me substitute 6 and see something. When I substitute 6, I get 9. Very interesting. When I substitute 7, I get 14. Even more interesting. Let me substitute 8 and just see what happens. When I substitute 8, I get 21. When I substitute 9, I get 30. When I substitute 10, I get 41. So it seems like the terms start getting larger and larger. Okay, it's fine. So this is T1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is T7. So we're adding M to all these terms, such that T2 to T5 are the only ones that are negative. T2 to T5 are the only ones that are negative. So 9 plus M needs to be negative. So we're saying that 9 plus M needs to be less than 0. Right, 9 plus M less than 0 satisfies our condition. So M needs to be less than minus 9. Okay. Right, if M is less than minus 9, then T2 is going to be negative, T3 is going to be negative, T4 is going to be negative. Okay, and then we have T6 and T7. If M is less than minus 9, so let's say a number less than minus 9 is minus 10, T6 would be negative. So we don't have a problem there. But we need only T2 and T6 to be negative. If T7 is negative, we're going to have issues because now we're no longer satisfying our condition. So we also need 14 plus M to be greater or equals to 0. It can be greater or equals to 0 because 0 is neutral, right? It's not negative or positive. So we can get away with that or equals to sign there. So we're saying we need M to be greater or equals to minus 14. Right, so M needs to be less than minus 9, but M needs to be greater or equals to minus 14. We can obviously write this as minus 14 M less than minus 9. So there we go, 3.3.